Welcome back. There is a film festival going on in Milwaukee that addresses health issues facing people of color. It's Milwaukee Film's Minority Health Film Festival. Sean Gallagher talked to experts on this topic.
People should have been able to get inside of the Oriental Theater for the Minority Health Film Festival, but can't because of COVID-19. But there is still so much to learn as it relates to health disparities facing communities of color. African Americans face a number of health disparities as compared to their white counterparts. They are twice as likely to die of heart disease than white people. They have higher rates of diabetes, asthma, high blood pressure, and more. And you can see it in life expectancy. The Centers for Disease Control say the average life expectancy for white people is nearly 79 years old. Black people, it's 75. But why?
That is entirely attributable to the differences in the conditions of our lives, which are attributable to racism. Not to race, but to racism.
Dr. Kamara Jones is an epidemiologist whose focus is on how racism impacts health outcomes. While we often say people of color have these health disparities, she's quick to correct it's not because they were born with a different color skin that they face these disparities.
We have answered that question. There is not. We have mapped the human genome completely, and there is no basis in the human genome for racial subspeciation.
Dr. Jones says part of the problem is because of governmental issues like redlining and segregation.
And racism is the root cause of racial disparities in health outcomes and in educational outcomes and in employment outcomes and in housing outcomes and all of it. And when we refuse to see racism, when we refuse to acknowledge that it exists, then how are we going to fix it? And it's hurting all of us.
That's where the Minority Health Film Festival hopes to help. Not only are they helping inform, but they hope people can make serious change.
I can't stress enough. It is so important for people of color in Milwaukee and anywhere to think about all of the aspects of health and well-being outside of visiting a doctor to get your blood pressure checked.
Through the 50 films they're airing over the next 2 weeks, Milwaukee Films is hoping this annual film festival will spur change to the health disparities facing people of color.
It just evokes emotion, and hopefully it evokes people, it inspires people to want to make those changes.
All of the steps that you would do to make health disparities better are also in the service of eliminating racism.
Now, Milwaukee Film's Minority Health Festival runs through September 24th. It is virtual, so you'll be able to watch it at home. We have all this information on our Positively Milwaukee Facebook page.